Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony Carrigan, yeah, my buddy Matt. What's up, Matt? How's it going, man? Um, Matt asked me to talk a little bit today about alopecia and bullying. Two things that I feel like I have a, a decent knowledge of because I've experienced both. Um, anyway, I have alopecia, much like Matt, and I've had mine since I was about 3 years old. I had alopecia areata, so that's the where you get spots instead of like losing all of it at once. And then when I was in my mid 20s, I lost most all of it. So I just decided to shave the rest of it off. But it was difficult. It was difficult to do that because of my experiences growing up. So when I was young, when I was probably about I would say elementary school age, I got teased a lot, quite a bit, because of my alopecia. And when kids found out, they were pretty mean about it. And yeah, I definitely got bullied verbally, and physically as well. I got beaten up a couple times, so that was no fun. And and teasing is it's just a really difficult thing to deal with. People would call me baldy, which is like, yeah, very creative, and bald eagle, which in retrospect is actually like one of the coolest animals out there. So I kind of see it as a compliment now. But at the time it wasn't didn't feel very nice, and it was a difficult thing, um, that kind of stopped me from embracing myself, stopped me from feeling like it was okay for me to have alopecia, that it was okay for me to accept this condition. And specifically, this condition is it's an autoimmune thing. So it's essentially like your body thinks that there's something wrong with it when there's not. So it attacks the hair follicles just like totally out of nowhere, and and for that reason the hair falls out. So it's like there's nothing you can really do about it, and so why not just embrace it? Um, Now, the whole concept of bullying has been a really interesting one for me because it has really helped me understand people a lot more. And I have a much different viewpoint of bullies now than I did then, because then, I was so hurt and angry, and I had a lot of mixed emotions towards them. Of course, because when you get teased and you get beat up, it's very easy to become bitter. It's very easy to become angry. But something that I've learned about bullies, which is interesting, is that bullies bully themselves the most. When you encounter a bully, when you encounter someone who is mean to you or teases you or tries to beat you up, you're encountering someone who doesn't like themselves. It's actually very clear. You can see it immediately. When someone starts to tease you, you can look at them and you can go, hey, wow, oh, you don't really like yourself, do you? Wow. And it's difficult at the time because of what they're saying. When they're teasing you for whatever reason, it hurts, and it's hard to actually see straight. It's hard to think about these things clearly. But what's interesting is if you can kind of take a moment and realize what's happening and realize that they're teasing you and they're bullying you, and you have the wherewithal to say, oh, oh, you don't feel very good about yourself, do you? And then you can take it a step further and actually look at it and see that someone probably teased them. Someone probably bullied them. Whether it was, uh, a fellow student, or whether it was a parent or a sibling, someone in their life made them feel really crummy about themselves. And what they're doing is they're essentially just perpetuating that cycle. So it's very easy to let all those hurt feelings, all that anger, kind of corrupt things inside of you and turn you into a bitter person who just wants to tease other people in order to make themselves feel better. And that's not the right way to do it. It's not. The best way to do it is to actually not let that thing that they're trying to throw your way, that they're trying to like ruin your day so that they can feel a little bit better, is to actually understand that they feel really crummy about themselves and say, well, do I want to feel crummy about myself? No, I don't. Okay, well, I can let that person be over there in their really upset state, and I can wish them well. I don't have to invite them to my birthday party or anything, but I can understand that they're going through what they're going through, and I hope they get out of it, because it doesn't feel good to not like yourself. It doesn't feel good to bully yourself. So really do your best to try and understand that logic, that they can't appreciate themselves, and try your hardest to, in that moment, really appreciate yourself. Because when, after you're getting teased, it hurts, so you cry, and it can be difficult. So the best thing really is to just say, like, you know what, I think I'm amazing. I think I'm super cool. Those guys don't know what they're talking about. They're so mixed up. They hate themselves so much that they feel the need to hate other people too. And you know what, I'm not going to do that. Because also, that's no fun to hang out with. No one wants to hang out with bullies. That's the truth. And I think it's a matter of holding yourself in a space of self-kindness. And that's been one of the things that has helped me quite a bit. Because now it's like, I have taken my own life in a career, in a direction with my career that has been, funnily enough, so cool. Like it was the thing that I always tried to cover up when I was little, that I didn't want people to know because I was so afraid of getting teased and getting beat up. That now, I'm working. I'm on television playing like a really cool character. Because of the thing that I got teased for. So it's really funny how these things kind of work out. And all the people that bullied me, are really happy for me, funnily enough. They feel bad that they did that, and now they're like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool that you're doing that. It's amazing. And if I can say anything to, this concept of like revenge on a bully, I mean, revenge doesn't help because that person's already feeling bullied anyway. So, attacking them or teasing them, that's just going to make them feel more and more bitter, more and more angry. But if you can kind of splinter off and use that energy that's been created inside of you to make your life exactly what you want it to be, that's the best revenge. Because it has nothing to do with that person. It has everything to do with you. And it has everything to do with what you do from that moment on. So I hope that any of that was kind of helpful in understanding bullies and understanding yourself, and in understanding how you can take something like alopecia or whatever it may be that people feel like they have a hard time accepting, or what makes them different, what makes them unique. Taking that thing and actually rocking it and actually incorporating it in their lives and doing something really cool with it. Because that's what life's about. Life's about taking those things that may seem difficult, or other people may look at and be like, that's weird. I don't know. That makes you different. I'm not into that whole different thing. Well, different is the thing that is special. It makes you who you are. And the more you can embrace who you are, the further you'll go in this world. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. So big shout out to Matt. Thanks for inviting me to do this video. Also, Scott Hargeth, right on, Alopecia Pride. Gotta stick together, you know. We're all smooth warriors. That's what's up. So anyway, you guys take care. Have a good one. Be good to each other. Peace.